Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, each and everyone, especially those at the other side of the world. There is no time and space between us, there is only this present moment, and we are one. Diary entry number 1055. It was March 26, 1937, Friday. This is Good Friday. In the morning, I at once felt the torture of his 5 wounds in my body. This suffering continued until 3 o'clock. Although there is no outward sign of it, the torture is no less painful. I am glad that Jesus is protecting me from people's eyes. Kinaumagahan, agad kong naramdaman ang pahirap ng kanyang 5 sugat sa aking katawan. Nagpatuloy ang paghihirap na ito hanggang alas 10. Bagamat walang panlabas na palatandaan ito, hindi nangangahulugan na hindi ito gaanong masakit. Natutuwa ako na pinaprotektahan ako ni Jesus mula sa mga mata ng tao. This is Holy Week. Kahapon ay Holy Thursday. Nakita natin na Faustina experienced the passion of Jesus. Simula ng yung paghampas sa kanya, yung mga naganap na inaalala natin tuwing Huwebes Santo. And today, ito na yung crucifixion. This is Good Friday. So ilang araw na nararamdaman, ipinaparanas kay Faustina yung passion, yung pagpapakahirap ni Jesus, yung climax ng kanyang pagparito sa lupa, pagtubos sa ating kasalanan, kanyang kamatayan sa krus upang tayo ay mabuhay. So Faustina experienced, naging spectator siya na nakita niya. And aside from seeing it, she was also able to experience a portion. Sabi nga ni Jesus, bibigyan kita ng portion ng aking pagpapakahirap. Isang maliit lang. Because no one can take the full extent of the sacrifices, the sufferings of Jesus for us. Everything is reserved for Jesus, no? Because that was his mission. That is his mission. So some of the creators, yung mga saints in particular, were able to experience this passion in a small portion, maliit na bahagi. And so other have stigmata, others, katulad ni Faustina, wala namang ipinakita mga sugat pero naranasan, experienced the pain. But then again, it was not that painful, pero hindi ibig sabihin hindi masyadong masakit. Sabi nga ni Faustina, the torture is no less painful kahit na walang makikita sa kanyang katawan ng, sabi nga dito, 5 wounds, no? Pero the 5 wounds are not visible in the body of Faustina. Sa kanyang kamay at paa, tagiliran, wala yung mga 5 wounds. So it is a hidden stigmata. And it was painful. Sabi nga ni Jesus, no? Bibigyan kita ng maliit. The other day, I think, no? Bibigyan kita ng maliit na portion lamang ng aking pagpapakahirap, subalit huwag kang matakot. Tinanggap ni Faustina kasi gusto din niya yun, hiniling niya yun sa Panginoong Jesus na maranasan niya. In a few days, papasok na tayo sa Quaresma. Pero ang Ash Wednesday will be on March 5. So, mahigit isang buwan. 4 weeks to go. At papasok na tayo sa panahon ng Quaresma. We still have 4 Sundays, I think, of ordinary time. Pero sa diary natin, nauna na si Faustina na inalala ang panahong ito. Once every year, binibigyan tayo ng pagkakataon na sa panahong ito ay makapagbago. Conversion mula sa ating mga kasalanan patungo sa kaligtasan. Before the Divine Mercy Feast Day, we celebrate Easter. Ito yung pagkabuhay na muli, no? 40 days of this season. Mahigit 40 kasi may Holy Week pa, no? Before the Feast of the Divine Mercy, hanggang Easter Sunday tayo. I-celebrate it. Yun yung pagkabuhay, hinabuhay na muli ang ating Panginoon, no? At the onset of the new millennium, nideklara na ni Pope John Paul II ang Divine Mercy Feast Day. So itong Biyernes Santo na to, this is the start of the novena to the Divine Mercy. Pero dito, hindi novena ang pranopagate ni Faustina, kundi yung pagpapakasakit ni Jesus. Mga sugat sa kanyang mga kamay, sa kanyang mga paa, at sa kanyang tagiliran. 5. And the final hole created in his body was at his side. Doon sa kanyang gilid, nang ito ay sibatin ng isang sundalo, a Roman soldier in the name of Longinus, tumagas, bumulwak ang banal na dugo at tubig. Kaya dito, yung imahe ng Divine Mercy nung nakapako sa krus. Yun yung unang imahe ng banal na awa. Tarak o pagtusok sa kanyang tagiliran. Bakit unang larawan? Kasi dito, nakapako pa siya sa krus. Pero visible na, naging visible. Nag-manifest. Una nang nag-manifest ang banal na dugo at tubig. Pero sa image ng Divine Mercy, hindi na siya nakapako sa krus. At ang banal na dugo at tubig ay naging sinag na. So, nag-transform na yung physical water and blood ay naging spiritual na. Dahil sinag na siya, liwanag na siya. So, yung unang larawan ng Divine Mercy ay ipinakita ng Biyernes Santo. Kaya dito sabi, no, hanggang 3:00 ng hapon, nagpatuloy ang sakit na naramdaman ni Faustina. Because we all know that at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, bago magpalit ng petsa sa kalendaryo ng mga Hudyo, namatay na si Jesus. Kailangan nilang tapusin. Kailangan nilang mapatay na si Jesus kasi pananampalataya o paniniwala ng mga Hudyo, hindi ito kailangang abutin ng kinabukasan. Ito yung Paschal Mystery na yun. Sa mga Hudyo naman, ito yung Paskwa. Lahat kasi mamamahinga na, no? Hindi na pwedeng magpatuloy pa ang mga pangyayaring ito. So what do we learn from this? When Faustina was able to experience the pain of Jesus, marami siya ring nailigtas na kaluluwa. Mas malaki ang ating pain. Mas matindi ang ating sakit. Mas matindi ang ating suffering. Ang kapalit naman ay kaligtasan ng mas maraming kaluluwa. Kumbaga, kung magle-level tayo at the rate of 10, halimbawa, or sige, 100, at the rate of 100, you rate your pain. If your pain is 10%, then you will be able to save, let's say, 10 people, 10 souls. If the level of pain is 50%, then you'll be able to save maybe 100 people. And if the level is 80%, yung pain, yung tolerance natin, yung kaya nating i-tolerate na pain, if 80% yung pain, then maybe we would be able to save 500 souls. So it has to be exponential, hindi pwedeng directly proportional. Pag directly proportional kasi halimbawa 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So hanggang 100, maybe ganun na. Pero when we say exponential, so nagdodoble every time. When you start at 2, then you raise it to the power of 2. From 2, nagiging 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. Binary. Maring ganun. Or maybe hindi binary. Pwedeng to the power of 3 or to the power of 10. Depende, no? So what I'm just trying to point out is that the greater the suffering, the more souls we are able to save. So sino sa atin yung maghahangad ng napakataas na level ng pain? Palagay ko wala. Si Faustina gusto niya yun, pero commonly, for us, hindi natin nahangarin yung napakatinding sakit. Baka nga we will be praying na, Lord, take away this pain. Pagaling mo na ako. Kasi ako, ganun talaga, no? When I experience pain, I will try to heal myself and I will ask the Lord, Lord, pagalingin mo na ako. Take away this pain. If Faustina, hindi. No? Hindi niya yung nahihingin. Kasi nga, the greater the pain, the more souls we are able to save. Now, may mga pain tayo na hindi naman natin hinihingi pero nasa atin. At sasabihin natin, Lord, ba't ako pa, ang dami naman dyan na pwede, na ang daming kasalanan, ba't hindi sila? The pain that you have is the pain that Jesus has prepared for you. That is a small portion of His passion. And again, He will not give us a certain level of pain na hindi natin kakayanin. At palaging may dahilan ang lahat ng ating mga pagpapakasakit. Maybe it's one way to pay our debt. Maybe it's also one way of paying or saving the souls of creatures. No? So, dalawa, that is to liberate us, to pay our debt. Maging debt-free tayo, no? Zero. Walang utang bago tayo pumanaw. Or, yung number one, ano yun? Yung sinasabi kong kaligtasan ng ating kaluluwa because of our pain. Yun ay constant. Sinabing constant, pirmi. Whenever we experience pain, we're able to cleanse ourselves. That's constant. Yung pangalawa, bonus. Yung pangalawa, yun yung magdadala sa atin sa kabanalan. So, kaya lang, yung consequence ng pangalawa, greater pain than we would be expecting. So, yung sakit na yun, dahil lalagpasan mo na yung threshold mo, ang susunod na nun ay yung kadakilaan ng iyong kaluluwa sapagkat naiisip mo na hindi na lang para sa iyong kaligtasan, kundi sa kaligtasan ng sarili mong pamilya, kaibigan, kamag-anak, at kahit ang mga kaluluwang hindi mo nakilala, hindi na natin kilala. Meron niyang manifestation na maaaring masukat, measurable. Kung dalawa kayong magkaibigan, pareho kayong may sakit at napakasakit ng inyong dinaraanan, masakit ang mga buto nyo, maybe cancer in the bones, no? Parehong level, stage 4. But the difference is, ikaw, alam mo at nananalangin ka araw-araw. And you have learned to accept your the pain that you're experiencing. Yung isa, same level of pain, pero hindi niya nauunawaan bakit siya naghihirap. Kaya lang, dahil pareho kayo ng level, may mga nagaganap sa sa inyong dalawang kaluluwa. Nalilinis. Pero the one who is accepting the pain with joy, no, mas maraming nagaganap at maaring mas malagpasan pa niya. Maaring mas mabilis ang kanya magiging paggaling kasi may acceptance. But at the same time, gumagaling siya, gumagaling din ang ibang tao. So, ibang effect when we accept things the way it is, the way they are. And when we believe that Jesus is with us, when we believe that all the things that we are experiencing every day is or has a purpose, then we're able to save more souls and the healing takes place faster. That is the beauty of accepting our pains and sufferings. Isang malaking karangalan na ipatikim sa atin ng Panginoon ang kahit na maliit na bahagi ng kanyang paghihirap. Isang malaking karangalan yan. Ikarangal natin yan. Let us be proud of this internally. Sapagkat bibihira yung pinagkakalooban ng ganitong grasya ng Panginoon. It's a grace actually. So if you are feeling the pain and if you are regular every 3 o'clock in the morning and you listen to this, you understand this. Be thankful to God. Be thankful to Jesus because He has chosen you, He has chosen us for specific sufferings.